Across the country, a fresh wave of euphoric DIY club nights show our spirit is going strong. It's midnight on a Sunday in East London, and I'm sipping on a spicy picant at Silk Stockings, a cocktail bar bathed in pink light and awash with first dates. Soon I'll be heading to Dalston Superstore for house night bottom heavy, a sweaty concoction of dance floor bangers, booty riders and a little string vest. After that I'll Uber to the Cause, an all-night industrial warehouse venue on the edge of Docklands, for ego death, which will probably involve a lot of stomping to techno in near darkness till packed basement till dawn. Sorry, I say probably. I didn't make it in the end. The dry ice packed basement at Superstore kept me busy until 4 a.m. But that's beside the point. Nightlife in the UK isn't dead, despite reports to the contrary, it's just evolving and it's as exciting as ever. It's easy to feel pessimistic about the nation's partyscape, with one club losing every 2 days. So basically one club closing every 2 days, a stat that points to clubs' eventual extinction. But on the ground, new nights are popping up with alarming regularity. Multi-venue clubs nights are becoming the norm, while queer nightlife specifically is experiencing a fresh wave of vigor. There's a whole new generation of ravers throwing iconic events and innovating culture, asserts DJ and party girl Manuka Honey, who co-founded one of London's coolest new nightclubs, Susio. The UK's nightlife has become much more savvy, experimental and DIY because it's had to. Here are some of the best nights in the UK right now. Article was from Daisy Jones by A. Daisy Jones. So on the left is Susio in London. It's an experimental queer Latinx night, one of the most fashion-forward, hedonistic out there. That's on the left. On the left over here, so that's on the right, sorry. On the left is Scandal, which is in Glasgow. Looking for the most stylish crowd in Scotland? Look no further. Glasgow Scandal, a wild new party launched by 23-year-old Indian Scottish producer and DJ Rahul MP3. And then on the bottom right is Snog, which is in Bristol, with bookings that have included everyone from DJ slash whistleblower Chelsea Manning to PC Music mainstay Hannah Diamond. Don Julio on the right. It's a tequila red bottle. Number 42 bus, London. Okay, so if we turn the page, it's Vogue's advertisement feature. So it's basically one of the most appealing things about the collection to me is the colour palette. It's so joyful and spring-like. A happy consequence of Alexa Chung's lifelong obsession with vintage fashion. She's always discovered new design inspiration for her Barbor collaboration. If I see a vintage shop, I have to go in, she says, laughing. terms of styling, she sees her piece being worn with contrasting baby doll dresses and silky camisole shorts. It's an aesthetic that she preferred in the 2000s when her signature festival outfit formula of an oversized purple jacket paired with a miniskirt or denim shorts spawned an entire genre. I bought mine in a vintage shop on Brick Lane when I was living in East London, she explains. The hipsters were all doing it. Campsite chic. Do you like a purple welly? So opposite here, Alexa wears a jacket which is £349, clogs £50, and knitted vest £293. For her sophomore collaboration with Barbara, Alexa Chung looked to a 1970s campsite photographed by Tim Walker. Do you like these purple clogs? I love the wellies. I'm not sure about the clogs though. Clogs. I think I'll prefer maybe Birkenstock clogs, perhaps. I mean, they're good if you're going to a festival, a music festival, or you're camping, I guess. That's the whole point. If you're walking like on a muddy, grassy area, or in mud, well, not literally mud, but in a kind of wet, damp grass. If it's the UK, then yeah, you will need to prepare for all weather conditions. Small order was this. So this is the Vogue lifestyle about martinis, small order. From itsy bitsy martinis to baby Guinness, Monica Hazy considers her cocktail got a delicious downsize. Over here on the right is Maserati. Official fuel consumption results for Maserati is in mpg. Memoirs of an Invisible Woman. Thanks to Vogue covers, legendary runway shows, and a contract with Estee Lauder, Paulina Poriskova was the world's best paid model in her 20s. But what happened after the flash bulbs stopped? Shall we find out? So, in the interview, she was asked, how do you determine your value, your worth as a person? If we're talking strictly what your body's made of, things such as carbon, magnesium and stuff, your total which reflected light in a pleasing fashion, that I didn't even feel the success belonged to me. It belonged to the cheekbones, the eyebrows, the shoulders, in the judgment of those who beheld me. Where was I in all of this? Asserting myself in a job that discourages you from doing so in your start working on an age when you simply don't know any better. That's always been difficult. It wasn't until September, when I was nearing 60, that I finally seized the chance to affirm my own value. I'd been invited to appear on the Balmain Spring-Summer runway. During rehearsal, I find myself part of a group who were to come out at the end of the show, not my own entrance, like the rest of the models. I felt I'd worked too long and hard to be part of the chorus. In the past, I'd have swallowed the slight, then slipped from tiny cup of poison. I'm too old. I'm undesirable. I'm yesterday's news. But this time I thought, no, I have been modelling for 45 years. I know I merit more than just being background, so I packed my bag, thanked the folks who had booked me, and headed for the exit. It turned out, as was hastily explained to me, there'd been some miscommunication. I was supposed to close the runway sequence and offer my congratulations to genius designer Oliver Roosting as he took his bow. As I stepped on the stage and walked towards Olivier, it felt different from the other times I'd walked the runway. This time I felt I belonged. I knew I had earned it. Getting to the point, that assertion of my own value had been a journey. That feeling of displacement I describe, that wasn't brought on by my modelling. In fact, it marked my life for as long as I can remember. It goes on to tell you a little bit about the model, where she grew up, and about her life in her younger years as well. This was in the viewpoint section of Vogue. I may still have been attractive, but I was no longer, that awful word, relevant. This is Paulina in the American Vogue in 1889. On the right we have Vogue, biography of an icon. The glittering history of British Vogue, on sale now. Mayfair Bar, Berkeley Street, Mayfair, London. So on the right we have Out of This World. As the Doctor's newest companion, actor Varada Situ is embarking on an adventure to primetime touchdown in New York's JFK airport. Within minutes, they found themselves caught up in a seething mass of photographers, journalists, fans, and bystanders. The sheer weight of numbers overshot the safety barrier and headed towards the landing gear. Britain's hottest property had arrived. Fashion, pop culture, and celebrity collided to produce a new kind of woman who looked nothing like a woman usually looked. Her hair had been scissored into a blonde, boyish crop. At 5 foot 6 inches, she was impossibly angular, but her expression of saucer-eyed bewilderment, emphasized by 3 rows of false lashes, was real enough. I felt I was from out of space. Everyone wanted to come and look at me. By 1970s, Twiggy had retired from modelling, but her fame would far outlive a fad of triple-layered false lashes and a range of dolls. She turned into a star of films and musicals, most notably The Boyfriend in 1971 and Bonafide, Broadway smashed in My One and Only in 1983. Our next month is Twiggy, a celebratory documentary on Dame Twiggy Lawson, as she called today, directed by Sandy Frost. What fascinates Frost about Twiggy is how she's always challenging herself, but never selling out or compromising herself or the family. Almost 60 years old. After her heyday, Twiggy is still strong, dynamic, savvy, sweet, sexy, and sophisticated, says Frost. Now and then. On the left, through the cracks, artist and filmmaker Lorna Tucker spends her teenage years on the streets of London as a homelessness crisis rages. She reflects on the challenges she and thousands of women like her have faced. Spotlight. Lorna Tucker at the 2024 premiere for her film Garble. Stay awake in the dark, sleep in the day. This is the first thing I learned when I was 15 years old. Sleeping rough. That being invisible in the shadows of a street, of a city, keeps you alive. For 18 months between 1997 and 1998, I lived everywhere and nowhere, in parks, alleys of Soho. This is an article about her life. Lorna Tucker. In London, too young to stay in a hostel, I was taken in by a group of kids in St Anne's Church, a small park nestled in the streets of Soho. They too had run away from the police, from crime, from prison. When I became pregnant, she fell for an older man, was promised the world. She fell pregnant at the age of 19, and then was a single mom living in a hostel in Hertfordshire. She was scouted by a model agency. It took 6 months before I dared to go and She now lives in Tuscany with her two young children in a safe and peaceful cocoon where she can create, paint and write. I try not to return to London too often. The ghost of my old life or two alive there. When I do, I wear Bella Fruit three-piece suit like an armor of sorts. I spent a lifetime hiding, feeling deeply insecure, suffering from the worst kind of imposter syndrome. Now I realize it is because of my past that I am able to do my job. I have been affected by these issues. If you have been affected by these issues, please visit crisis.org.uk. It is a very deep article telling you about her life, where she explains what she's been through and where she is now. So I have passed some of the harder topics and gone to the end. Vogue's official fashion label, curated by in-house designer, inspired by Vogue's legacy and individually approved by Vogue's editor. Over on the left-hand side, curb appeal, carved through the concrete jungle with springs, head-turning pieces, edited by Stradula Nasirula. Over on the right is a checklist. So we have a trench coat from Coach, 1,400 pounds. DKNY white jeans on the left, £70. The bag at the bottom is Michael Kors, beret by Karl Lagerfeld, and bracelet on the right, £205 by Vivienne Westwood. So, Club Classic at the bottom, tucked away in a Mayfair courtyard. Soho Mews House is the members' club. Latest London opening, across 3 floors. Street smart when it comes to dressing up. The everyday, an IT bag will take you. An it bag, sorry, not an IT bag. Can't believe I said that. So an it bag will take you far. Strapping, making a triumphant return. also online. Vogue inventing the runway, showing now, tickets on sale. King's Cross. An incredible experience. Soft touch, from diffuse violets to watercolor blue, springtime makeup is a wash with painterly pastels. So we're looking at pastel colours for spring. That's a lovely purpley pinky mauve lipstick. The jacket's by Chloe. I do like that lippy. Black Opium YSL. The model has glittered Sunny Hill Festival in Pristina 2024. Hot and heavy. As peak season approaches, fill your carry-on with Vogue's Sunshine Treasures, photographed by Otto Masters. We have Chanel, sandals, Dior sun cream, Hermes bat and sunglasses by Chanel. Bodrum has long been an established stop for those on the international party circuit, with fans including Kate Moss, the Duke of Sussex and Mick Jagger located on the Turkish Riviera on the country's south-west coast. Let's get lost. Turn off the GPS, switch off the sat-nav. Author Katie Katamura rediscovers the magic of Japan without a map. Travel special. Katie's on the white sands of in Utah. Look at the carpets, loads of different designs and different sizes. A lovely plate of food. Some beef or lamb. It looks nice and refreshing and tasty. Let's turn the page and see what else we have. This is all the travel special, so wish you were here. I don't know where the Tyler article is, hopefully we'll come to it. If not, I will go back and see if I missed a page. Travel special checklist. We have sunglasses, bag, earrings, out and about, health trip on the right. This looks like a lovely cruise. Nice deck. Apparently guests experience improvements to their emotional well-being after just 5 days on sea. Balenciaga. Balenciaga continues with their bag, shoes, jacket. Fashion features from fashion's most storied ateliers, where a trio of newly anointed design leads are set to unveil their vision. There it is, her article. Tyler. Since I was little, says Tyler, when anyone asks me what I wanted to become, I always said I'm going to become a singer. A Bikini and Sandals is by Marc Jacob. Viral lyrics, infectious dance routines, show-stopping fashion. In the blink of an eye, South African superstar Tyler has skyrocketed to take the crown of music street outside and invite-only shows as Katie's Palace Bar, a multi-level industrial chic venue with incredible views over Granville, Johannesburg. A well-heeled, ready-to-party crowd is gathering. As they wait to get in, they dance to amapiano tunes as they can hear being spun on the glamorous blue Lovelies were Epic Records' Epic subsidiary, whose roster also included Travis Scott. A few years prior, the label Pop Entertainment and widely successful record label owned by music mogul Diddy. At the time of our interview, Diddy, born Sean Combs, is awaiting trial for roster alleged crimes including sex trafficking, all of which he denies, and whispers of criminal behaviours from powerful men in the music industry against women and girls are a huge talking point. I asked her how she feels as a young